Helen?
60 seconds.
Oh my God, look who's come back.
Speaking of the
Oh, if it isn't my favorite bad Penny. How are you?
Let's switch it on.
I mean, you got...
Hey, the name's Raul. How many people do we have playing today? One player. Hey, don't worry. We'll be your designated friend. Go ahead and type in your name.
Logical beauty.
I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I need to know if you want to play a game with 21 questions or a game with 7 questions. All over it for you.
30 seconds.
Okay, your buzzer is B, as in bonanza. Yeah.
20 seconds.
Hey, Grizzly Adams, how about tightening up that shot?
Roger.
All right, listen up. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that?
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9, 8, 7,
Okay, take out the desktop.
4,
Okay, relax.
White and Whitey. Tuesday nights following Homeboys in Outer Space.
Super. Just super duper.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello, my name is Schmitty. This is You Don't Know Jack TV. If you would like a written transcript of today's show, just keep a pencil handy. Okay. Well, you're playing all by yourself today. Well, that's okay. Look at it this way. You got a lot of room. Okay, let's go. Category, please.
And now climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
For your enjoyment, that ain't lava. We're playing for $3,000 this time. Okay, did you ever have a lava lamp? Come on, come on! You could sit there and stare at it for hours. Yeah. Well, if you had a lavalier lamp, what trippy thing would you most appropriately do with it? Set it on fire, point it at a football huddle, eat it, or clip it to your lapel. Yeah. A lavalier microphone is that little mic that gets clipped to your lapel or hung around your neck. Tonight, news at 11 is... Whoa, that's really trippy. Cut! Cut! All right, pick a category. We're calling this one, You're Inviting Me to What? $2,000 for a correct answer. All right, you remember that I Love Lucy episode where Lucy does a TV commercial for a product called Vitamita Vegemin? Considering how Lucy reacts to it, which of the following would be the best use for Vitamita Vegemin? As a substitute for a jetpack, as a soothing way to get rid of a cough, as a way to spike your party punch, or as a pesticide in your garden? No, but I spray my TV with pesticide, and it still hasn't stopped the I Love Lucy reruns. You want to see what the smart money says? During the demonstration, Lucy gets drunk off the health elixir. Yeah, and you know how Ricky must love it when his favorite redhead comes home all sassy. Give me a category.
We're losing him,
On my
Doctor.
count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
The category? From the wrong side of the laugh track. $1,000 at stake on this one. All right, listen up. Let's say that on an episode of MASH, that eternal joker Hawkeye gets one of those annoying little toys that laughs all the time. Because of the special policy about laugh tracks on MASH, into which part of the camp would Hawkeye not be allowed to bring his laughing toy? The chapel, the operating room, Colonel Potter's office, or the shower? If you listen carefully, you'll notice there's no laugh track in the operating room scenes in MASH. Which just goes to prove the old saying, laugh and the world laughs with you. Laugh in the OR and you're a prick. Time to pick a category.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
And our special guest tonight, Hellspawn with fake boobs. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. Man, in its early days, Fox tried some pretty interesting ploys to hold on to its audience. If Fox had tried the same gimmick with Beverly Hills 90210 as the one they tried with the show Werewolf, what would viewers have been encouraged to do? Make a silver bullet to slay spoiled teens, send in for a spoiled teen mask, call and report sightings of spoiled teens, or enter a contest to become a spoiled teen. Fox had a phone line for people to call in and report werewolf sightings. The scary thing is, more than 400,000 people called.
And then she said if she didn't get a red beamer this year, she was going to hold her breath until she passed out. I gotta go. She's watching me.
All right, I need a category. Hey, smart move, my friend. You just got your hands on a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is tonight on a very special match game. My friend, I'm going to read off 7 titles for you, and for every one of them, I want you to tell me if the show is a game show or a sitcom. As each one comes up, if it's a game show, press 1. If it's a sitcom, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4. For each right answer, you get $500. And $500 is going to be taken away if you get it wrong and you don't get to it. All right, give me 30 seconds on the clock. It's showtime. What's my line? Game show is... What's happening? What's going on? Anything for money. Anything for love. Babes. One more. Studs. Ain't got no more. In case you didn't notice, that's a perfect score. Here's some cash for you. Now don't blow that all in one place. Throw me a category.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
Let's take a look at kids are born naked. Let them see nudity. You get this one right, you get 3,000 greenbacks. Ah, these blasted TV rating systems. It's ruining all the good explicit programs for our youngsters today. I mean, 20 years ago, kids could see anything on TV. Which of these explicitly titled TV specials is an actual program which aired on national TV? The Flintstones, alcohol and drugs. The Muppet Show, sex and violence. Romper Room, cigarettes and tobacco. Or Barney and Friends, death and destruction. Well, if you consider vitamins drugs, nah, forget it, you'd still be wrong. Here's the one the winners pick. One of the 2 pilots for The Muppet Show was called The Muppet Show, Sex and Violence. It was on ABC in 1975. Strangely enough, that same week there was an episode of Starsky and Hutch called Milk and Snuggly Baby Rabbits. Give me a category.
Question 7 is dedicated to the men and women of trivia.
For your viewing pleasure, is that a bald guy in your pocket? You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Okay, imagine this. You're at a bar when a single man approaches you. He tells you that he's an award-winning TV advertising executive, and after a few drinks, he tries a pickup line. What might he say? Not many people have a Tony like mine. Want to come over and touch my Clio? Why don't you take a look at my Eddie? Or, how'd you like to hold my Peter? And why don't you take a look at a right answer? For the curious, here's the right answer. The Clio Awards. They give them out every year to reward excellence in TV and radio advertising. Now, if he offers to demonstrate how he waxes his Johnson, whatever you do, don't look down. All right, pick a category.
Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 8.
I believe this one is called, You Take the Bad, You Take the Really Bad. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Pencils ready. Let's do it. Suppose the guy who wrote the theme song to The Facts of Life serenaded the girls outside their window. What might we see next? Blair blowing a kiss to Alan Thicke. Joe making eyes at Paul Williams. Natalie dropping a love note to Weird Al. Or Tootie skating away with John Denver. Believe it or not, the theme song to The Facts of Life was written by Growing Pains star Alan Thicke. Wow, I gotta tell you, my respect for Alan Thicke just, well, it didn't really change that much. Category, please.
We fill your tank and check your number 9.
Shake hands with Jetsonian economics. How does $2,000 sound? All right, it's time to fill in the blank. Buzz in and start typing when you know the answer. Now, I'm watching the Jetsons the other day, and the thing that bugs me about this show, I don't care it's a ripoff of the Honeymooners or the Flintstones or any of that. It's George's boss. This guy is always threatening to fire him. It seems like that's the plot of every episode, or at least every other episode. I gotta tell you, man, if my boss treated me like that, I'd tell him to take this job and shove it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so anyway, here's the thing. For which company does George Jetson work? Buzz in and type when you got it. Make me proud. Type in your answer and hit return. George Jetson is a computer operator at Spacely Sprockets. Rumor has it we'll be using computers in the future. If that doesn't blow your mind. Throw me a category.
The following is a test of question 10. This is only a test.
Well, what do we have here? Signed, addicted to television, and dumb. Get this one right, you get $1,000. Heads up, here it comes. If you mistakenly wrote a Dear Abby letter to Abby Bradford, what question would she be best suited to answer? How do I compete in an all-male law firm? How do I successfully raise 8 children? How do I juggle pediatrics and an affair? Or how do I kill off unwanted cattle rustlers? Abby Bradford is the stepmom on 8 is Enough.
Dear Addicted and Dumb, how do you successfully raise 8 children? Booze, and lots of it.
That's the end of round 1. Don't touch that dial because we're going right into round 2. Now in round 2, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. All right, I need a category.
11, come on, girl. Good question.
All right, give it up for Father Knows What Makes the Kids Happy. How does $4,000 grab you? Hey, imagine this heartwarming episode of Father Knows Best. Jim Anderson, the father who knows best, has bought his kids a set of those sickeningly sweet, personalized storybooks. Which title will not be included in the set? The Princess and the Pauper, Kitten in Boots, Jack and Will, or Bud and the Beanstalk? Where there's no will, there's a way. The father on Father Knows Best calls his kids by the names Princess, Bud, and Kitten. Oh yeah, he knows best all right. Time to pick a category. The category is not for the lactose intolerant. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Oh, yummy. Here's a delicious analogy question. Cheese is to head cheese as Mama is to Mama's family, Charlie is to Charlie's Angels, Valerie is to Valerie's family, or Herman is to Herman's head. Just as there is no actual cheese in head cheese, there's no Valerie character that we see her here in Valerie's Family, which was later retitled The Hogan Family. And the way I look at it, you can either sit me down in front of an episode of The Hogan Family with a big plate of head cheese to nibble on, or you can just freaking shoot me. All right, pick a category.
Flash, we interrupt this game to bring you a special question.
Open wide and get ready for a question with real appeal. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Hey kids, it's howdy doody time. Say you're a bad comedian, and rather than slipping on a banana peel during your act, you want to slip on an Emma peel instead. What will you need to do? Grease down a sexy British amateur spy, squirt oil on a lovely Victorian matchmaker, lube up an author of murder mysteries, or rub lotion all over a frontier doctor. Emma Peel is the sexy amateur spy from the 1960s show The Avengers. Of course, if you try to slip on her, she'll break both your arms. Give me a category. All right, flesh, butt, spits, I'm poor.
It is time for our Gibberish.
Take a look at this gibberish category. Depressed yet violent birds. The opening value of this gibberish question is $10,000. All right, listen up. Every second and a half, some of that cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to move quick. All right, take a look and tell me, what phrase does this rhyme with? Blue doves fillet me. First clue, it's a famous catchphrase. Spoon! This could do it. Type in your answer and hit return. Who loves ya, baby? The phrase that will forever be associated with male pattern baldness. Category, please.
The thrill of answering! The agony of 15!
Let's see what we got going. Give me some skin. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Put it in gear, because here we go. Which of these characters would not set off the metal detector at the airport? Michael Knight, Tweaky, David Banner, or Steve Austin? Nice job, Space Ace. Tweaky is the robot from Buck Rogers. Looks like you really bucked this one up. Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. David Banner, or the Incredible Hulk, is not a machine or a rebuilt human being. He's just a regular guy who gets large and green when he gets pissed. Excuse me, but those are my peanuts.
Okay, you can have them.
All right, I need a category. Here we have 20-something angst for 200, Alex. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Okay, suppose the folks at NBC send the Friends gang to appear over on Jeopardy. Considering the characters' occupations on the show Friends, which of these Jeopardy categories would not give one of them an advantage? Digging for bones, in the kitchen, thespians, or swimming safety? None of the Friends is a lifeguard. But I wouldn't mind watching Rachel take a dip. Now that would be a daily double. What? Oh, what is that would be a daily double? Time to pick a category.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
God bless.
You're beautiful.
Today's specialties include cute Swiss girls and violence. Heads up, this one's going to be $6,000. Hey, do you remember the Heidi incident back in 1968? The final exciting minutes of a Jets-Raiders football game were preempted by a Heidi movie. If you'd have played You Don't Know Jack Sports, you'd have known about it. Anyway, suppose angry viewers reacted by pounding beers on their TV sets. If its ads were true, which beer would have allowed viewers to see football players sacking a cute Swiss girl? Miller Lite, Bud Light, MGD, or Schmitt's Gay? Miller Lite. Not only does it combine great taste with being less filling, but it also allows you to bang the hell out of your TV set with a beer bottle and combine two different shows. Unfortunately, even a little Swiss girl could kick the Jets' ass. Throw me a category.
You know what? You're playing great. I'll stop bugging you now. You know what? Actually, just one more question. Question 18.
This one's called Keep Your Eye on the Spiral. 4K coming your way for a right answer. All right, listen up. TV detective Beretta is sitting on his fire escape talking to his cockatoo Fred when he is gradually hypnotized by Fred's constant up and down bobbing. In this hypnotic trance, Beretta assumes the identity of the character Robert Blake made famous as a young boy. Whom does Beretta become? Mickey from The Little Rascals, Whitey from Leave It to Beaver, Timmy from Lassie, or Will from Lost in Space? One of Robert Blake's earliest roles was as the lovable ragamuffin Mickey on The Little Rascals. He was good friends with Froggy, who grew up to be, you guessed it, Phyllis Diller. All right, pick a category.
Minty cool, minty fresh 19.
May I introduce, how about dinner and a game show? You get it right, you get $2K. All right, you want to know what I think? Blind dates are like game shows. It takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, and you have no idea what you're going home with. Say you're on a blind date, and your date starts asking you lots of really personal questions. If the evening follows the format of 20 questions, what will the first question be? Are you bigger than a bread box? Are you worth more than $100? Are you animal, vegetable, or mineral? Or, what's your sign? The first question asked on 20 questions is always, is it animal, vegetable, or mineral? And here's a little tip for you. If your date does ask you this, you answer animal. And then start licking yourself. They dig it. Give me a category.
Question 20 now concludes its broadcast day.
This category is known as when your subscriptions get lost in space. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Check this out. You know those little change of address cards you fill out when you move? Considering their intended destination, what should Mrs. Robinson have done before the Lost in Space crew blasted off? Forwarded Penny's Tiger Beat to Europa, forwarded Judy's Glamour to the moon, forwarded Will's Mad to Alpha Centauri, or forwarded John's TV Guide to Jupiter. Before they went off course and crashed, the Robinsons were on their way to colonize Alpha Centauri. So, if you're ever wondering why the Robinsons are still wearing those out-of-style spacesuits, they just haven't gotten their J. Crew catalog yet. Category, please. You're about to embark upon the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see two words that match. $2,000 if you're right, $2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard. Just remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's got to be a match that fits this clue. Cartoon gang leaders. Try not to embarrass yourself. Good luck. Way to go, my friend. Like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose as long as you get to play with yourself. Now get the hell away from the computer, will you? Because...
You don't know Jack! Very nice, people. If you ask me, that was worthy of syndication. Okay, get the commercials rolling, and hey, Raul, are we playing again?
Okay, and you?
Congratulations, player, for filling in an open slot on the high scoreboard. Really challenging, wasn't it? Kind of like trying to find your way out of a phone booth. If you'd like to play another game, just give me the word.
I mean, it's not like we're friends.
And Monique and Trevor have a heart-to-heart.
My job at the restaurant is totally unfulfilling. My friends are a bunch of idiots with perfect hair, and even my brother is getting more sex than I am. My life sucks.
Do I know you? Acquaintances, Thursday nights, followed by Caroline in prison.
This is not a glorious war. This is a war of brother against brother, original against spin-off, Simon against Simon, Nancy McKeon against Philip. Obstacle courses are all hell.
The Civil War Battles of the Network Stars. A Ken Burns film coming this fall to PBS.
Liquor. Don't drink that.
Why?
Mine.
Oh. This message brought to you by the United States Department of Condescending Paternalism. If you thought Taking It in the Nuts America and Taking It in the Nuts Europe was funny, well, just wait for Taking It in the Nuts Japan. An hour's worth of hilarious home videos from Japan, where every blooper involves a Japanese male getting banged in the balls. Mommy! That's Sunday night at 7 for multicultural comedy at its best. Ooh, that had to hurt. Taking It in the Nuts Japan.
Have you ever wanted to be a professional television announcer but thought to yourself you just don't have the voice for it? Well, now you too can have the pipes needed to enter a glamorous career of selling crap on television.
My real voice is like this.
But with the Sybil 5000 voice semblance generator, any voice can be an announcer voice. Just set the dial on the Sybil 5000 to the voice you want to have. Choose from Suave Beer Guy, Smooth, Refreshing refreshing, effervescent auto sales.
With prices so low, the cars practically drive themselves off the lot.
Even feminine hygiene.
I feel fresh all over.
Order now and we'll throw in the Looney Tuner to generate dozens of your own cartoon voices like Superhero Guy. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Zany Alien. Don't move, Earth Creature. Or Dopey Dinosaur. The Sybil 5000 and the Looney Tuner are both available for the special introductory price of $19,995. Order now and you too can be selling crap like this.
People all over the world are falling unconscious for 6 to 8 hours every night. What is this sleeping disease? Do you have it? Find out tonight.
Loose women. Don't sleep with them.
Why?
They're not the marrying kind.
Oh. This message brought to you by the United States Department of Condescending Paternalism.
Tonight on Jack TV, watch what happens when your sweet, sweet slumber plays host to some of America's scariest dreams.
I had the most awful nightmare.
Real-life recollections of vivid bad dreams.
I tried to run, but kept falling and my legs wouldn't move.
When the laws of nature don't apply.
Then it turned into this weird kind of pit bull cat thing.
And the mechanized world fails you.
I kept turning the key and the car just wouldn't start, and I was so late to work.
And there's no place to hide.
I had to go on stage and I didn't know any of my lines, and I was nude.
Would you wake up in time? America's scariest dreams. Find out tonight.
What's the matter, Jane?
Jill, it's Roger. He pays more attention to that TV than he does to me.
I used to have the same problem, till I found out about the boob tube.
The boob tube?
It's a portable television with twin screens that you can strap to your chest.
Does it work?
I'll say. The boob tube saved my marriage. Last year, our anniversary fell on the same night as the Super Bowl. Thanks to the boob tube, we were able to have a romantic dinner out, and Dave still got to watch his precious game. And even though he was yelling at the referees, to onlookers, it looked like we were having a real conversation.
I wish other people thought Roger and I had real conversations.
Try the boob tube.
I will.
Later that evening.
Roger, what do you think of the dinner I made for you?
It's good! Yes!
Roger, what would you like to do after dinner?
Make a pass! Go for it! Run, you bastard, run!
Thanks, boob tube.
The Boob Tube by Chestovision, now featuring boob within a boob for your spouse's multiple viewing pleasure.